Hello, good morning. Good morning to everybody here. I gotta look for the page now. Yes, I found the page. Okay, so it's quite a bit noisy, but just try to support the noisy part of it. But if you have interest on this live and also to know more about what we have available for our starting future use society, the future society is the main and core node on what I'm doing actually, but unfortunately actually I work alone. But there is different clubs like the Futurist Club as an investment club, and also tax practice based services, a lot of things, and research I'm doing to build companies, So the things out here is to show you one of these first generative AI. This one I created in 2017. You're gonna see how it look like. Probably gonna have idea to know how to compare it to the actual market place on AI, because you really think out here that ChatGPT is inspired from Intelo. You're gonna know why. So, and this is the system of file. So when you reach my GitHub and on Intelo side, so I changed the name. It was Intelo Personal AI, but it's now Intelo, and it's part of program I named to be Xiao. Xiao is X, I, and my name is Ongosio. So it's just like Sio from Ongosio, but with X in place of S. Xiao. But that's the first intent of expressing Xiao. But Xiao also means exchange, interoperational. So as I hit a lot of vowel, I hit the he at the beginning, just like urban block, which is a project I never really gave any statement around here. Urban block. It's a crypto-based platform, a virtual land-based platform when you buy your real land. Also, the virtual land do have a physical land, because for my culture as an African American person, I really believe in the physical value of things. So owning a virtual land, having the benefits of having a physical one, don't really make sense to me, because it's expensive to have it and don't have it in real world, so you can buy a land to have the exact virtual version of it, so it's even better. And try to situate it just like a map, but better than a map is an interactive based map. You can see inside, outside, those kind of things. I don't know how we're gonna pass for legislation. It's still a long ride, for urban bird, but we are working on it. And modeling documents, when I pass it through the SEC, if you pass, great. If you don't pass, we try to find out what never work, what was the outcome of the discussion, for what reason didn't pass. So we're gonna add what is remand. If we feel that there is not real things, we can go for a trial. Because if something is lawful and is denied, that means there is some vicious part of it. But as I know, we all human, so we're reasonable person. So if it's reasonable, you're gonna pass reasonably. That's how I see things. So the system of file work like this, and they look like this, and you can go and check it anytime you want. The link, actually Xiao 100 as a 1986, and you click on Intelo. If you see Intelo is public, but it comes with GPL version 3 licensing. GPL version 3 licensing means one thing, so you can use it anytime you want it. It's open source, not free. It's different. It's open source. GPU is copyleft. not copyright, copyleft things. It's mean like you can use it as what you want, but if you had some update on it, we have to set it back to us so I can give it to the whole community on Intelo. So you gotta give it back so I can give it back. Because if you have this basis to start working on any project, it's because someone did it, right? So someone is gonna have more idea on what you wanna add, what you're gonna add, and so on and so on. And we have a big community like Ubuntu, or just like I was saying to myself, I can add it into the Ubuntu community. You know, I'm part of the community since a lot of years because I like Linux Ubuntu. That's my favorite Linux. It's a Debian distribution named Linux Ubuntu. I never really use Fedora. I'm not good at it. I never use open source. At least it's graphic. I tried to install it a bunch of times, but Debian distribution like Ubuntu make really sense to me, and I use them just like I use an Apple iOS system. It's close to be the same. At the command, at the CLI level, you know, when you type your whole command, it's all about Linux. Ubuntu is the same thing as Debian distribution, so there is really no difference. So I'm gonna close the parenthesis about the Ubuntu community. I think that I still have my name there. I never logged to the account for a while, but when I have time, I can download, install the last Ubuntu in this laptop. But you know, because I'm not really a Chromebook or Chrome OS person, but I start liking Chrome. It's just like the Linux part of it. I really enjoy it, but I don't know, since then I'm trying to install in this new laptop. It doesn't work. The last one, it gets stolen in Arizona, University of Arizona. But you know, the whole thing out here is just to make sure that everything's work for you. And you wanna add something, add that things, you're gonna see how to share to the all people. So you can click to anything. The main things to know, there is the main file. It's a shell-based script, and then there is the README. README is just what it's talking about it, you know. And CR, you can see CR is exchange internal operational, or you can take it just like the last 3 letters of my first last name. My name is Angosio, so CR. You take S out, you replace it by X, by X, S by X. And Ciao also mean in Latin what Christian named the sky, Sion, you know, the New Jerusalem, Ciao or Sio. So my name is Zion, you know, Zion, the city of Jerusalem, Zion. It's right in the Bible. I could be wrong the way I'm saying it, but it's in the Bible. Jerusalem, Zion. So that's probably close to Angeo, which is like angiogenesis, you know, when cancer cell move from a place to another one to create metastasis, you know, angiogenesis. So ongo, sio, probably to multiply sion or something like that. So move from place to place to multiply sion. And as I'm a Christian, I intend to do that as part of my duty as a Christian. You know, it's not really something you can't. You can. How to say it? Someone was doing some face here because all people are. You know, but I don't have to be sorry about it. So it's movement, but with intent of multiplication, probably bringing something back to the first part. No, because cancer cells do angiogenesis to look for oxygen and nutriment. No, because cancer nutriment. No, so they do angiogenesis. So they go get for oxygen and nutriment. So ongo is the same thing, but is now sio. Probably multiplication of sio. You know, not genesis, but multiplication of Sion. So my name is Ongo Sio. And I take the Ongos out, I leave the Sio and replace the S by X, and it become Sio. It's a kind of Anglo-Saxon way of saying Zion. So, and then from that, I create an anagram, not anagram. I create it to be as a cycle, an abbreviation of some word, 3-word exchange interoperational. So that's the whole explanation about it. Sometimes I talk like I'm thinking too much. I have to be openly. You can use it because free. Sometimes people need their money back. That's why I'm scared to use the word free out here. Open. So you can use it openly. So you don't have to worry about me. You just have to worry about one thing: to pay back to the community. You had lines of code on it. You have an inspiration. You have an idea. You want to handle the code. Hide it. Try it. Test it. And let me know I'm going to hide it here. That's the only way you can pay here. I don't ask you for a paycheck, no. I don't ask you for anything. Just when you have idea, hard and set back. That's what the GPL version 3 said. So we're going to have some more things the community can use. And then we have also a commercial version coming in, just like it happened in Linux Red Hat. Red Hat is also free, if I'm not wrong, but there is an enterprise version. So what I'm gonna make, this will be the free version. We're gonna iterate everything here. I'm gonna have an enterprise pro version for companies. We don't want to worry about coding. They have an appliance, you just have to install it. An appliance CD with everything inside, script, make file, already ready. So you execute the make file, you install everything. So you don't have to worry. I don't know if it's gonna be make file, but close to that, some kind of script. That's what I do when I create encapsulation on Windows. I did like for 1 to 3 computer, free software. Before, back in the day, it was in Africa. We developed a software to convert, exchange money from currency to another one, and we did the development. I was learning Delphi. Delphi is an interesting language. I'm back at actually here in San Francisco. That was the X10 probably, the version. And then when you finish, to install for Windows. So it's not like you have file left and right back and forth. No, there's instruction on what you have to do. I write the instruction, and there is next you have to hit on button. So it's one file with a lot of files in it, with an instruction of where they have to go and what they have to create. So, and the second one was a store or stock based system. You store items, and then all the time you scan, you sell. So it's a store, having shop, having something like that, stock management things. So there is a storage, and then a contain and a count out. All the time you sell them, and it take also your contability, how much you sell, it give you some state for printing, your report, but some analysis, predict. But it take probably people to AI today, because what I was saying, imagine you have 1,000 of store, and I was looking to create another version of him because he was teaching me Delphi, and the version is supposed to be connecting those all software together so you can make decisions what item is like you have a lot of items. Some are at a certain place and some are fast at another place. So you're gonna buy more at that place and less at the other one. So kind of decision making things. But you have way to monitor. You gotta have statistics. You gotta have predictive analysis. So that's the second part of drawing. And I created a website about data mining to start advising companies about those kind of decision making tools. But the website starts building up, a lot of things happen. Now I'm here. And the last one was a shipping company. They have logistic things. I did a part of it. I wasn't really present because I was busy and working. A job when you make 500K, you don't leave your place all the time. So I wasn't able to work with them all the time. I did the database side, a big part of it, mostly to create setup, and the other one is to create the box, the setup always. So you're gonna have just one file named setup, and you're gonna send everything at the right place with restriction. So you don't have to worry about and start. And you're gonna just click himself, give you what to do next. And actually I can even go far with Makefile. So the intent here is to have something like that, an enterprise version, not necessarily for Windows, with Makefile for instance for Linux, because Linux is well balanced for server. You don't need to restart all the time. Windows servers back in the day really was my problem, because after a certain time you have to do some restarting the server. I have got that what was happening because some kind of file was disconnected at some point, if I have to have an assumption. So when we restart, it pushes sometimes to have a backup system, but I like using the RAIDs, so I preferably read the RAID of multiplication. I can use multiplication two times. It's helped me if I have a problem to switch hard drive and so on. But Linux, you don't need to restart. The file are kind of always together, compact. How to say it? Stick on each other. But as version evolve, we have Windows Server 12. I think there is more than 10 now. The last one the last one I tried was 8. I have been using for 23, no 22, 23, and 26. No, 26. No. And then 28. And after that, I never really used another version. But as version evolve, probably now they're more close to Linux or sometimes even better. But server Linux are all dark screen. You don't see any graphics. You type a lot of command line. There's nothing to have with regular computer. It's all dark. Look like nothing's working. There is empty. And so that's probably the reason it's really smooth, because you don't have too much to have with graphics. Graphics is really heavy, really heavy. But Windows is pretty simple to install. When you know what you want, it's pretty next. And after that, you have to put some bit of parameters, and it becomes really scary to restart the server. Restarting a server sometimes is a luxury you can't afford, because it takes time to come back. Some after days. But you have a telecom company, people are waiting to make calls. They can't make calls because everything is coming back, and I have a big problem. So Linux sometimes makes sense. But there is enterprise version, standard version, and more smooth version, so you can make choices. it, you need package. And when I was started the first time I used Windows Server was on a telecom company named Airtel. And Airtel becomes Zen. Now it's really something I learned. Like all the time we have got some problem with computer stuff, servers. After we solve it, we receive a notification how much we lost. The company lost during the some hours is a lot of money. No, so days is something you can't really afford. You're gonna lose too much money on customer services, corporate contract, or use-based people contracts. So it's system have to, because the money you lost can help you waive a lot of bills. So, and they were sending that to us all the time to be more reactive and to go fast, and I like the communication in that company. And also at the end of the year when you make profit, they give you the numbers and they tell you how much bonus is going to be distributed. So every year people are happy when they know that. It's really a key, because at that day I remember you have 12 months with one additional month's pay for free, so it's 13 months, and then bonuses based on profit you have made on the company. But I was an attorney, I wasn't really a worker, so those bonuses wasn't on my paycheck. And people working there, they was really, you're happy to work hard, because all the time there is profit on the provision. There is more than provisional or expected profit. It's always sure you're gonna have bonuses on your paycheck. And you have the 13 months. So you have Christmas at the end of the year, and you have the next day you start. At the expense of the company, at the expense of the company, because they won't pay you anything. If you accept yourself, you're gonna move your own money. Housing is really, really tricky out here. It's not given, and it's always expensive. So reason why you have to be clear. I just try to say I'm here. Is move? I'm gonna move, but you got a company. Because when they pay you 1 million, it's not even 1% of the profit they're gonna make. So they're still having a big margin. It's not even 10%. You have something 0 point something. So okay, we have swap, we have clean. These are certain function I was making. Now they're useful. Clean serve me to destroy all file created ready for fitting. Now because what was happening, I was doing tests. Sometimes I change the script. I want to make sure if it perform the same way. I don't want to like something merging. I don't know, I was doing a lot of things happening, but I created that clean swap. So the clean swap it's just like swapping files, deleting them and moving them. The first that I try, I was giving to myself, It's not really useful, this folder order. It's just like kind of recycle bin, you know. It's kind of recycle. And then the search is the most important, because the search is where I ask to the AI to search, and it build file, and when it's gonna build file, it's gonna give it. It really look like ChatGPT, you know, the way ChatGPT look, how it look like inside the reason why, as it's free, probably people in ChatGPT use this as a basis to start working. If it's the case, I just need some back on coding, so we're gonna share it. So I'm gonna open one file. Let's say I make a research on GNU. So you see, this is the whole page, just like I said in the description. Intelo don't connect, no. Intelo come to read the page. He read and create a file where he put the reading. So there is no connection, because on AI what is forbade is for you to connect in every platform and using their content from inside, because you connect. Now I'm not connected. Intelo is just reading and then creates a file out of his reading. And look, this is how it look like the file inside. It's totally look like what ChatGPT give outside. No, it's really look like the outcome of ChatGPT. But this is from 2017, not like the ChatGPT years. And all people know this, that I distribute this for a while. This is from 2017. Everything like what return ChatGPT. So I want to be happy to talk to them if they want to know more about Intelo AI. But this file I'm opening, and I open it for the last time in 2017, if I'm not wrong. But let's say it was created in 2017, and then I upload the file. But I have got a lot more version I make, but you know, that computer was sabotaged. So you know, a lot of features like this, like my platform coming aircon and so on, so we can have it for years. So GNU is a kind of license, is the license equivalent license to GPL. No, but I use GPL rather than GNU. So you can see how it looks like. And this is a research about GNU. Another research about Tesla. So it takes just some cleaning, or I just have to talk to people in, for instance, here I'm using Wikipedia. I can focus to the body of the, don't read the header, don't read the back, read just the body, you know, and stop at a certain number of characters. At least you find, you know, a certain number of characters if you find a dot. But if the character is you, it's rich and there is no dot, stop at the next dot. No, you can just give an instruction to the code like that. Go read the body, take everything within this number of characters if you find a dot. But if you don't find a dot, iterate until you find a dot, whatever the character number is rich or not. So it's really not magic, it's coding. But it takes try, it takes test, it takes repetition, you have to repeat. So, and then we have Google. Google the same thing. You can see the outcome is really close to a lot of ChatGPT outcome. But you know, I'm giving myself the benefits of that, like say French people, to talk to them one of these days. Gonna be interesting to work together. And this content is just working with Wikipedia, because I intend to use Common Creative license content. You know, I have a few problems to handle that kind of content because it's Common Creative. So you don't go in company, you don't know, you know, they can sue you. You know, you don't read anything from companies or personal or private or corporate based content. People can have things there to try to sue you because you're making some money. No, because you're making some money, and then they can try to sue you. So the reason I prefer to use common creative content. Almost everything I do is common creative content, and then developing your own creativity around it to have personal creation, licensed content. Because common creative content is a good starting point. To build things, because you can reuse them for commercial use. So the reason why I use Wikipedia. And with Wikipedia we have a project I worked before, was talking about people who have been impacting the history of the humanity, from Ibn Sina, the guy, Donald Trump Jr. I even have Joe Biden on it. The last version of display, the leader of Dubai, the visionary behind Dubai, and I even have the actual. There is the Emir of Abu Dhabi, a lot of businessmen. Damon Jones, was futurist leaders months. Now, it was stuff I was doing when I was in DC. Mostly when I started to do the World Bank Youth Summit, I met some interesting people. We built another community named the GEL. GEL is GEL is GEL, L for leaders and G for whatever you wanna find it. One so I've been able to unionize with, I think, 5 country representatives. People who represent 5, more than 5 or more than country. So let's see what's gonna happen in the future. Probably gonna see each other one day again. Wanna try to beat some fingers out of it. The name is the G. So my intent is to meet people, and actually now my intent is still the same. Meet interesting people. We can do business. We can build something. We can be happy. We can smile a bit, and it's mostly making money. A smile with money is interesting. Having a smile with a lot of money. As I was thinking to myself, there is an island for sale in Canada, 300,000. It would be a good investment. Like say someone, I prefer to cry on the Ferrari than cry on the street. I said, it's a good thing. For me, I prefer to buy the Ferrari and buy a house. Don't have anything to cry on the street, neither on the Ferrari, because I'm up in my house. Because Ferrari is a problem, street is a problem, but house is mine. So that's my third thought around street and Ferraris crying. Both are crying, but I'm not, because I'm spying. It's funny. It's just the intent behind it. Just like when you have 2 choices, apparently people show you 2 choices. Can come to show you some 2 choices. You remember one thing: there is more than 2 choices in the world. The proof is, the reality is that there is 7 billion people around the world. So at least one gonna match your expectation, right? And 7 billion opportunity times 7 billion people, it's a lot of opportunity, because all people just don't have one opportunity for you. If you want opportunity for people, you have 7 billion opportunity, but it's more. Some people do have thousands of them. So times 1,000, you have choices. So 7 billion times number of opportunity, have a lot of them. So this is how it look like, and this is the content and this search can change name depending on version. The search folder do have this file. The intent of creating this file is 2-sided intent, if I have to say that. The first one is to be able to pass it through a reader on voice On voice, yes, on voice unite. So the logic unite will incorporate every script, the all script to read and then create the file, and the voice unite gonna read the file on voice to tell you what is written. No, and then the second intent is to be able to group them together and send them to a machine learning, let's say, learning system or reinforced system for reinforced learning system, so the system can be more accurate, or sometimes don't have to repeat the same research all the time or the same reading all the time, because the reading already exists and have been sent and the system learn out of it. You don't need to search no more, and now you have just to go on the machine learning or reinforced learning system to grab the answer. It will be much more faster. It just depends on the server where the learning is located. So the first time, if you have been sent for the first time on research, you're gonna create the file and then gonna feed it to a learning or reinforced learning system for more accuracy or speed. That's the intent of creating this old file. It's from 2017, remember. This is created on 2017, because then after this I passed the data science specialization with IBM. So it's deep and machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep and machine learning. After I finished those all certification, I wasn't able to finish one because they asked you to make a video. I'm not a really good video maker. I wasn't at that time. Now I can make video because I know some more trick than before. So it takes me time to finish that last one. It was funny. And I finished it like at the beginning of 2022. And I have the all specialization. As well, after I finished the all one, before making the video, I finished also the UNG, stand for online machine learning. And it was really a big headache. The first, because I wasn't able to have MATLAB. I was looking for ways to find some equivalency, and I found Octave, and I started working, because Octave don't ask you to have a student ID. I didn't know how to have a student ID from Coursera, talking to Mr. Andranji, but I was able to find that Octave, and I used Octave. Really, it was really beautiful, but a lot of headache. I was about to cry almost all the time to pass the exam, because you have deadline and you fail a lot actually having answer. You're gonna fail a lot. That specialization is not really the highest I have seen, but you're gonna fail a lot. Now, if you do but the nice thing, I finished that, and as Coursera, the intent is to learn something, not to be selfish. As I'm a selfish person, I learned to don't be selfish. I started working with people on forums, asking questions, Coursera forum, and sharing what I am finding out. And people, when I finished, who was looking to know what to do, I was giving also my advices, And forum from outside of Coursera was also interesting. The intent is to learn, is to have the knowledge, not just to have grade alone, but you have the knowledge and the mathematics behind that, graduate descent, normal equation, probabilities, It's really, really interesting. I want to go back to that because it's an eternal book. You can revisit it all the time I want. It's really, really interesting. So the intent is to pass those and grab more knowledge to create something, AI or machine learning or deep learning things. I've got interesting for MG4J, and they have a lot of TensorFlow, MG4J, TensorFlow, a lot of things. It's where I learned LSTM stuff. And now we're talking about ROLU, like activation functions, sigmoid. So let's see who's I need to work people who do this kind of things. As I said on the wallet part, I would like to create a way to retrieve your account, the most accurate way to retrieve your account with machine learning, facial recognition, fingerprint recognition, something making that is you, the owner, who try to reset your password. No, don't have to struggle for weeks talking to customer service who hurt you because you have a lot of money in your account, or sometimes would want to take advantage of you. You know, they feel like they want to ask you, "Can you give me just 10 Bitcoin, please? You have 1 million of them, so I'm gonna retrieve it fast, your account." So you don't have that sensation that someone tried to take your money away of you. No, you do fingerprint, you do your face, no, you do your IDs, you show and we show that is you. The money is going to the right place. But you need genius. No, I'm not genius in everything. No, being genius is also knowing your limits. No, and I have a lot of them. I have been overcoming doing this project alone. More than 6 million of coding line. 6 million more. When I started, I wasn't able to think that it would be possible alone. And without taking a script on a database creation and the whole thing. No, I'm talking just about coding, like lines. So, blessing. So that's how it looks. And then we have the license. I already explained it on the book. You can have the book on Amazon. It's named Intelo AI, a 2017 AI, generative AI. So this is how the GPA license look like. So the GPA license, you know, it's everywhere is the same way. This is the version 3.0, and it's for 27. And I uploaded this file for the first time in around 2017 too, probably different months for the last one. I can upgrade the version, but this is what I have, and it's look interesting to me. If I have to upgrade a new version, I have to read it again, because this one I've been taking time to read it. And the best is to remember is to know, just like when you use the software and you want to add something on it, make it at disposal of the whole community by contacting us, by contacting the email here. There's an email there, or a set of email you can contact to build the base of developer around it, just like all software using GPL licenses or something else. Ethereum is the same thing. Ubuntu, the community I really like the most, on Linux, is the same thing, and they do upgrade every 6 months. I'm not yet able to do every 6 months upgrade on this. You know, I'm alone. It's really involving first life, your own life. You know, you have to change things. Coding again every 6 months. Alone we can do great things, but together with people with the same knowledge or around the same knowledge, sometimes you have more. You know, even if you have less, I don't really mind it. But we can build something much more bigger. You know, so just coming. You know, sometimes if you feel you don't have access to something, just let me know, because sometimes I'm not really sure that I know how to GitHub 100%, because I use GitHub totally the wrong way for a reason. I learned how to use it, but when I use it, I use totally the wrong way for a certain kind of reason. The beautiful part of it, there is there is the how do you know, the outcome on the research, and then you can read it on the voice. And one more thing is this one is just using one keyword, not thousands of them, just one keyword. I don't have like you try to understand the whole linguistic beyond the sentence and giving you what is the most preponderant meaning of it, because that a lot of browsers do that. They try to know the meaning and they're gonna find the keyword himself, the most important keyword, and then they're gonna put priority on all words by detecting the verbs, the complement, when finding the subject. Because the most important of the research when you have a sentence is to find the subject or the whole sentence. Here yet. Reason why it's a one keyword research. But there is a way to do that. So you receive the whole set of the whole sentence, it detects the complement, and then you find the subject and you focus more on the subject than the other things. The other things will come like a complement. So that's how it works. So you find the verbs. The verbs is the core, the central part, and the complement is the context. And then the subject is the most important. The context is given by a complement. How do you? Those kind of things. But you can write what I'm saying on coding. You go on the whole sentence, you detect the subject, and then you focus on the subject to care about, and by caring about the complement and the verbs you are conjugating, some kind of things. It's linguistic. But linguistic or programming can be done. So you're gonna have a multi-word. So the reason why you have it, you're kind of splitting it to different variables, and then you do linguistic. Or you can keep them just together and you cap it, you cap it, you chop it. It's chopping or cap on DNA genomics. It's almost the same. You chop it or you cap it. No, chop, because you chop DNA with sound. Sound, you chop it and then you sequence it. So the same thing. You have the sentence, you chop it or cap it, something like that, and then you put it to the function to be able to do the linguistic, subject, verbs, and complement. So that's the principle, but you have to code it. And now I'm thinking about it. Probably I'm gonna write it, and then I'm gonna have a multi-keyword research. Actually, we have one keyword research, and then we're gonna have a multi-keyword research. And reason why people talk about the page rank algorithm to calculate the pertinence, something like that. It's not totally the same because that algorithm is secret, but you can have something closer to that kind of thing. Set of linguistic and then ranking based of priority or the level of accuracy. Let's say machine learning need not level of accuracy. How accurate he is to the research. Is it 10%? It will be the last. It is 50%. It will be the first, or which is most high percentage is 70%. So the 70% will be the first alignment, and then the other percent will be the last. If you want multi-result research, but if you want one research, you're gonna take the most high. That ChatGPT give you just one research, probably the most higher with level of accuracy. So, but you can code it. It's not really magic. It takes time. It takes logics. It takes to use your tools and make them with a certain kind of logic. So you're gonna build the system. But the logic is this one. I'm just thinking about it now. It's not like talking, I was talking about Intelo AI. one of these AI developing by 2017, probably the first generative AI with one keyword, with no training set, no learning or reinforced learning system. But look how it looks like ChatGPT. It's really beautiful. So actually we are working to make it at the second level of putting the server with a learning and reinforced system, and probably more. So probably gonna need money, gonna need people, but now I'm working alone. So the all set block research we do have the masters engines with Clever, Massive Link, and Cerberus, and then we have Aircon, AirMax, AirSense, all things. We have Activerse and Set Blockchain. So the things do have a blockchain, but also a CDC or ACDC with them cross-reference, encrypted and cross-reference data share. It's not totally encrypted at this time, but names don't look like names. Totally encrypted, and probably number in the future won't look like number. Headers won't look like headers. You want to see nothing like in French language or English, nothing knowledgeable. And I will name it a non-knowledgeable data share, a non-knowledgeable cross-reference data share, because nothing gonna look. And if I'm successfully succeed to create an encryption model, it will be interesting. I want to put it in hieroglyph, Egyptian. I'm just kidding. In Persian or Sanskrit, who knows? Either everything will be encrypted. So on research, whatever bad database you're gonna use, Oracle, SQL, MySQL, no database or no DB, you're gonna have all requests with headers which have no sense, totally encrypted. So that's the intent, because the main thing we want people who use that platform to make sure that they're safe. They have their money, is their money. They have their assets, is their assets. I'm trying to solve their assets because I'm trying to make them make money, but as well I'm making money too. So I'm not starving after the money to take it. No, I'm willing. Business is to have $1 in your pocket and make sure that $1 produce more dollar, one more dollar, more dollar, more dollar, more dollar every day. So that's how you work on business. So and we have the code itself. Look how simple it is. And I haven't commented my name and my set of emails. So I'm gonna add my student emails. I didn't do here. Probably University of Arizona I never did because it's long term. I will have Australia University, probably Grand Canyon University. I use it once in a while, but I use University of Arizona because the last one. So we have the first one. And then we have the voice script. I'll name that normalization, the voice normalization, but I put it in comment. I don't really need, I need the standard. I put it on because I was looking at the voice to read in English, because there is a normalization in different language, English, Spanish, whatever you put French, we'll see that accent in Spanish, because if you use the Spanish normalization and you put the French language, you want to read it with a Spanish accent. So you want to read it in French, you got that on the voice side. But it's beautiful that they even accent when you read different languages from a normalization. They even code the accent, You put the German normalization and you make him read French, you're gonna feel that it's a German person, but it's a native. Beautiful the way they even called the accent. So accent is part of our life. And then we have some line, for men and female. I'm a man, so I want to hear talking like a female. It makes sense for customer service. Based off on study we did when I was at the telecom company. They said like we make a test for some time. If I'm not wrong, they made a test for some time. They put the file they want to create, but I take it out because I start thinking about training set. The last one is deleted something, but there is nothing specific here. Now I'm supposed to tell him everything creating on the 5 things, but I have a certain kind of coding extra about. You're gonna iterate more things here. No, you can see it's right in form of 5. It's a form of voice. And all things doesn't really matter. It's all about vocal cord. This number is all about vocal cord. How much vocal cord, how much intense you want to vocal. It's really science, linguistic coding. The code is so it's how much vocal cord ratio you need on the hair. If I have to say that there is vocal cord and the hair passing through your lips. So those are numbers for that. Is P and S probably. Pressure S is so it's just that simple, like saying good morning to people if you know how to code, right? It's really, if you coder, you're gonna find that simple part. So and then I'm gonna update my emails. That was the last thing. I have probably did it on readme. Yes, I did it on readme. Yes, I readme. I have all email update, and I have the title to be generative. Okay, so I'm gonna push like the simple way. Okay, I did the pushing. Okay, done. So we Canyon because I applied for Grand Canyon. I was in Phoenix for Grand Canyon University, or also TCMC, New Silicon Valley, at the north side of Phoenix, and also some job with Amazon. But they wanted me to buy my paper social security, so I didn't have it because I lost it the last time. Paper, that's what was weird to me. but they said it's a requirement. Okay, I said, so I'm gonna apply next time. Out around Stanford, I'm Caltrain. So I'm gonna wish you to have a nice and wonderful day. Hopefully I'm gonna show you the logo I created about Caltrain, just like the same, but I created just trying to look for a logo for Aircon. I have a Caltrain logo here. Probably I'm gonna send that to Caltrain. I'm gonna like that. So if you need services, coding stuff, I have Geek on Fiverr. Actually, I don't have access to that because I lost access to my last email. But if you have been reading them, you can find me here. I have a lot of Fiverr. It's feasible to a code, a set of line, a coding line, any equation. It's an Alzheimer-based disease try to solve. You have an equation, I can put it on code. Any language you can. If I don't have the knowledge to the language, I'm gonna learn the language. As I know algorithm, it won't take me that much to learn the language because the basics is to know algorithm. When you know algorithm, you can do any coding. You just have to learn how to say things or how to write them. But I code in different language. I'm a senior code integrator because I have a lot of years in coding. My first coding line was 2005. Imagine I'm still coding until today, so it's a lot of coding line. And I code on different language, Perl, PHP, C, C++, C#, Python. I'm really good at Python. I'm really good at it. I code SSH, which is shell, I test PowerShell. The reason why I'm trying to get back to PowerShell using this Intelo AI project because I want to put it on PowerShell. Because PowerShell use servers. I don't know if Shell alone can do that too, but Shell is one of the most language I can use without installing anything. I don't have to install the software to use Shell. It's always, all computers do have shells. Linux have got Shell. Linux, iOS with Apple, there is Shell. Because that I work, there is Shell on Windows. There is Shell on Sun Solaris. There is Shell on Fedora. There is Shell on almost everything in this world. And Shell was the first program, the first language integrated in the first Windows. What they named the QDOS. So let's see what's gonna happen if you're gonna use another language or PowerShell. So you need anything to be transferred into a coding language. It's gonna take me some time, but you're gonna just spending money for it, and you're gonna be done. If I can, we have resources online. We have people who can do better than us, so we can work together. And you just have to send a paycheck. Your job will be done. So hopefully, I'm gonna open a programming software company. Who knows? As the most accessible to me now because I code a lot. Or help desk to give people service, customer service to call when you have your phone. The phone don't work or your computer is broken. Those kind of things. But I need to put some idea at the right place. Mostly you need also some people, to put it down on the project. You can show up at the bank, you can show up at the customer. You have to distribute flowers. I like people who talk for what reason. Don't talk a lot to me, they talk a lot to a lot of people, other people, to the market. Entire relations with other company or other people, but don't talk too much a lot to me. I won't stand that long, But talking is a virtue, it make money. It's a money-making virtue. If you know how to direct it, don't talk badly about people. Talk about services to help people. It's gonna make you make more money. There is always drama to talk about, right? But talking about the drama don't make you any income. Am I right or not? So, why not doing some comedy like Kevin Hart or marketing on Setcon or Intelo AI? Gonna be insane. No, Trevor Noah, Kevin Hart, they talk, but they talk for a reason. So stop talking for no reason. You're gonna be insane. So I'm gonna wish you to have a nice and wonderful day. Hopefully this all thing doing here gonna be big. Like I used to say, Jeff Bezos, the last day this thing gonna be big. I say, and it become Amazon. So I'm gonna wish you to have a nice and wonderful day. My name is Ray Herman Ongosiliwa. I'm U.S. federal tax professional, the owner and strategist behind the Futurist Society, and also the one who developed this this generative AI Intelo from 2017. Trying to move it up at the next level, hopefully a fully commercial level or enterprise-based level for use. No, so you're gonna enjoy it, and me too. You know, I don't want to enjoy it alone. So if you have time, try to read Back into Earth. Yes, Intelo AI and Ray Akchi. And Ray Akchi is me, Ray, but I'm not. My name is not Akchi. But on the fiction books, my name is Akchi. It's a fictional book talking about this whole study with Clever as a man centralized and decentralized layer of services. You know, for military services, for security services, even cooking in your house, you know, kind of stuff like that. But they're embedding on system with block zone because they can't have all services. You know, and Clever on the system is just like you have an involvement on services you are asking and someone is doing stupidity. The computer is going to be taken under the control of Clever to perform the activity with safety to another person, to swap to another person. And with the code Clever, probably 36, I don't know how to name it, with a number. To say to the guy is transferring the case that someone tried to do the computer is shut down, but they switch it to your computer. So you gotta do the job fast and start the counting. And when you finish the job, you clock, you receive more credit, you know, you receive what you deserve, probably move to manager if you know, I don't know, some kind of things like that. So those kind of things that what Clever can do in the future, but in the fiction is written. No, fiction is written. I'm adding some thoughts when I'm talking here, but it's close to what I'm saying. And probably the guy gonna perform the job well, gonna have bonuses. So have a nice and wonderful day. Hopefully you're gonna be together this one of this day, and I'm gonna wish